Iris and Walter and Cousin Howie. 1. Walter's great news. One day, Iris and baby Rose were playing in the sunshine when Iris's best friend Walter came running up the path. Iris, I have great news, he shouted. My cousin Howie is coming to visit this weekend. Howie, the one who knows magic tricks? Asked Iris. That's the one, said Walter. I can't wait for you to meet him. Me too, said Iris. Do you think Howie can teach me magic tricks? Why not, said Walter. That night at supper, Iris told her family about Cousin Howie. He's 9 years old, and he's Walter's favorite cousin. Hey, Howie taught Walter how to fish, and he's going to teach me magic tricks. I might be a magician when I grow up, said Iris. A magician, said her father. Goodness me, said her mother. How delightful, said Grandpa. Every day after school, Iris and Walter talked about Howie's visit. We can show him our treehouse, said Walter. Walter couldn't wait for his best friend and his favorite cousin to meet. The three of us are going to have so much fun, said Walter. To Cousin Howie. Saturday morning, Iris hopped on her bike and rode over to Walter's house. Walter and Howie were sitting in Walter's hammock. They were laughing and talking. Howie was sitting where Iris always sat. Iris, this is my cousin Howie, said Walter. Hello, said Iris. Hello, said Howie. Look at the fishing pole Howie gave me, said Walter. It used to be mine, said Howie. I caught a lot of fish with it. Iris picked up the fishing pole. You're holding it wrong, said Howie. Iris pretended she was fishing. Careful, don't break it, said Howie. I won't, said Iris. She handed the pole back to Walter. Isn't it great? Asked Walter. Iris didn't see what was so great about an old fishing pole, but Walter thought it was wonderful. That night, Iris's father asked, So how was the famous cousin Howie? He's kind of fussy, said Iris. He is? Asked her father. Yes, said Iris. I don't think he's very friendly. Maybe Howie is shy, said Iris's mother. Maybe he just needs a little time to warm up. But Iris was not so sure. 3. Fishing troubles. The next morning, Iris put on her cape. Why, Iris, look at you, said her mother. You look just like a magician, said her father. I'm going to ask Howie to teach me some magic tricks, said Iris, and off she rode. Oh, Iris, honey, the boys aren't here, said Walter's mother. They went fishing. Oh, said Iris. Iris rode over to the pond. Walter and Howie were fishing from the big rock. It was very quiet. Hi, everybody, Iris shouted. Shh, said Howie. You'll scare away the fish. Catch anything yet? She asked. Not yet, said Walter. How long does it take to catch a fish? Asked Iris. It's hard to know, said Howie. Hey, Howie, Walter says you know magic tricks. Can you teach me? Asked Iris. Do you say abracadabra? She cried. Iris, we're never going to catch anything if you keep scaring the fish, said Howie. Does it have to do everything with us? He whispered to Walter, but Iris heard. I just remembered I have to go home, said Iris. Iris rode home as fast as she could. Back so soon? Asked Iris's mother. Iris burst into tears. 4. A little magic. I hate that cousin Howie, Iris sobbed. When baby Rose saw her big sister crying, she started to cry too. Oh dear, it's a house full of tears, said Iris's mother. Iris, my love, tell me what happened. Iris told her mother all about cousin Howie. Howie's mean, said Iris. I can see how he hurt your feelings, my Iris, said Iris's mother. It sounds like he wanted Walter all to himself. Walter's my best friend, Iris told her father. Of course he is, said Iris's father, and you're Walter's best friend. Cousin Howie isn't going to change that. I don't like Howie, Iris told Grandpa. Iris, my girl, you don't have to like him, said Grandpa. And I think fishing is boring, said Iris. So do I, whispered Grandpa. Grandpa gave Iris his handkerchief. It was clean and soft, and it smelled like Grandpa. It didn't even learn any magic tricks. Iris sniffed. But Iris, you don't need Howie to learn magic tricks, said Grandpa. We can go to the library. I'm sure we'll find a book about magic. Early the next morning, Iris woke up to the clop, clop, clop of horse hooves. She raced outside. Hello, Iris, said Walter. Hi, Walter, said Iris. I'm sorry Howie wasn't very friendly, and I'm sorry he didn't teach you any magic tricks, said Walter. But Walter, we can learn our own magic tricks, said Iris. Iris showed Walter her library book. Well, said Walter, do you want to put on a magic show? Sure, said Iris. We'll have to practice a lot, said Walter. Some of these tricks look really, really hard. But for magicians like Iris and Walter, anything was possible. The end.